Hello, hello. That was a hand for you who decided to come here today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome back to another episode of the Queen's Tales podcast or faux podcast. Once again, for those of you who are not really in on the joke for how widespread and mainstream podcasts have become on the interwebs of social media. There are a lot of people who shouldn't even be doing podcasts because you really have nothing to say, but here we are. So go ahead and make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. For those of you who are new, thank you for coming, by the way. This particular series is really just for me to go behind the scenes of the whole brand of Peyton 3.0 Entertainment and give you the realness of real life behind the scenes of what you see on the social media webs as the brand that is Peyton 3.0. And who best to give it to you but the man himself behind the whole operation, Mr. Peyton James Crosh Jr. Well, yes, thank you so much. Thank you. How are you today, Peyton 3.0? I'm feeling good. So, Peyton James Crosh Jr., what do you have to tell us today? Yes. So, most of the time I have stories about my own life, but I don't always want to talk about my everyday life. I like to bring you another side of me. I mentioned some things about my feelings on the future of human animal children. I've mentioned being intuitive or being in tune with your body, how that's a lost thing in the modern times of us human animals today. But I want to do an extension of being in tune with your body, especially this is for us here in the Western world. I have talked about this somewhere on the channel before, but we're going to talk about this again because it's so very important. And you may not have heard me if you're not a super fan of mine. So this is going to be part 2 of being in tune with your body. One of the best ways that we can be in tune with our bodies is actually having a real, not completely concrete, but close to it, sleep schedule, sleep cycle. Okay? A lot of us in the Western world are working class pros, aka working class slaves on the plantation, barely getting paid enough to do mostly anything. With that being said, we have to be available at all times for most of these employers. They're never really flexible, but very few of them. You get what I'm saying? So some of these jobs, you'll be working on all around these. You'll be working different times because most jobs you don't have like a set schedule. Particularly what I'm talking about is the customer service jobs. Yes. Especially when you're front facing. Doing front facing guesswork. Yeah. So with that being said, things are all over the place. And it's somehow they magically shift you to a shift that cuts into your sleeping schedule. And you just have to work around it. We're sitting here force feeding coffees down our throats and energy drinks to try to cope with it. But the only thing it's doing is making it worse. Go on. But apart from the job, the main person that we have to blame is ourselves, because a lot of times we're not giving ourselves a bedtime. We'll just wait until the body takes us out. You know, if you have a set schedule, because the body knows and the body calculates and it keeps a score. But if you don't already have like a set time for your body, and this is kind of all over the place, like sometimes you go to bed at like 2 a.m. or you go to bed at 11 sometimes, and maybe sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning or 4, then it's just basically playing guessing games, and you're just going to wait until you fall asleep. And I don't know how anybody makes it. If you're a kid, not even then, because not even then, because you have to go to a public school. There's a schedule. As an adult, I don't know how you make it on that when you had to be a working class person and you have to keep a schedule and be on time. So you get what I'm saying? So really, to wrap this up, it really is about being in tune with our bodies, and also educating yourself a little bit more about the many fascinating things that our bodies do, what they actually are, and how they help us on a daily basis, and how we should be working together with it instead of against it and acting like we're above it. And that's my 2 cents. Wow. Folks, let's give it up for Peyton James Cross Jr. If you like what you heard today, please hit the like button, share with your friends and comment, subscribe. Now, if you're not into electronic dance music, I want to thank you for coming in today. You may go ahead and see yourself out. But for the rest of you who are into EDM, these social medias are for you. But because I actually can't stand the state of social media, get on the email list to really support me and get 3 free unreleased EDM bangers as the gift. Thank you so much. Best way to get on the email list is going to be peyton30.com. That's going to be peyton30.com. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in the next episode of The Queen's Tales.